Have you ever noticed how some people have legs completely free of varicose veins even after 50, while others develop these dilated vessels earlier and earlier? The difference isn't in genetics like they made you believe. It's in something the pharmaceutical industry doesn't want you to discover. Four specific essential oils that, when combined in the correct sequence, reverse the venous dilation process that causes varicose veins. I'm going to show you exactly how to apply this method on your legs. But first, I need to explain why you've never heard about this way. Stay until the end, because I'm going to reveal the mistake that 9 out of 10 people make when using these oils, and that completely sabotages the results. Varicose veins don't appear because your veins are weak. They appear because the blood pressure inside the vessels in your legs is encountering resistance to climb back to the heart. When blood becomes stagnant, the venous walls begin to give in and dilate. It's like a hose that gets those bubbles when water doesn't flow properly. The body enters a state of chronic inflammation in this region. The tissue around the veins loses elasticity and peripheral circulation enters progressive collapse. Have you ever felt that sensation of heaviness in your legs at the end of the day? That swelling that feels like your legs are going to explode? That's blood accumulating where it shouldn't. And the longer this happens, the more varicose veins form and spread. Conventional medicine offers you two options: wear compression stockings for life or undergo invasive procedures that cost thousands of dollars. But there's a third path that acts on the root cause of the problem. There are four essential oils that, when applied in a specific sequence, create a chain biological response in your legs. The first is cypress oil. This oil contains compounds that stimulate the contraction of venous walls. When you apply cypress, you're literally signaling to the veins that they need to regain the lost muscular tone. It's like waking up a sleeping muscle. The second oil is rosemary. Rosemary isn't here to perfume. It has arterial, vasodilating, and venous vasoconstricting properties. This means it opens the entry of fresh blood and at the same time tightens the exit, forcing stagnant blood to move. The third component is lavender. Lavender acts on the autonomic nervous system that controls the dilation and contraction of vessels. It reduces the inflammatory state of the tissue around varicose veins and allows regeneration to happen. And the fourth oil, which surprises many people, is peppermint. The menthol present in this oil causes a thermal response that activates peripheral circulation immediately. Do you feel that intense freshness? It's blood flow being directed to the skin surface. When you apply these four oils in the right order, a precise physiological sequence happens. First, cypress begins to tone the weakened venous walls. In 15 minutes, there's already measurable vessel contraction. Then, rosemary enters, stimulating the pumping of blood that was stopped. The pressure inside the veins begins to normalize. Lavender then reduces the inflammatory response that was keeping the tissue rigid and preventing adequate circulation. And peppermint finishes by bringing oxygenated blood to the region, accelerating the entire recovery process. This isn't theory. Studies on peripheral circulation show that this combination increases venous flow by up to 40% in the first weeks of consistent application. What does this mean for you? It means those bulging veins start to shrink. The purplish coloration begins to lighten. The swelling visibly decreases. And most importantly, new varicose veins stop forming because you're treating the cause, not the symptom. Here's what you need to do. Every night before bed, you're going to apply the oils in this sequence. First, mix 3 drops of cypress oil with a tablespoon of carrier oil. It can be coconut, almond, or jojoba. Massage from the legs upward, always toward the heart. Upward movements without pressing too hard. Wait 2 minutes. Then apply 2 drops of rosemary the same way. Another 2 minutes of waiting. Then comes lavender, 3 drops, same technique. And lastly, peppermint, just 1 drop because it's very potent. You'll feel the freshness immediately. This sequence should be done every day for at least 45 days. Why? Because the cell renewal cycle of blood vessels takes about 6 weeks. You're literally rebuilding your veins from the inside out. After this initial period, you can reduce to applications 3 times a week for maintenance. But consistency in the first 45 days is absolutely critical. Now comes the part that most people get wrong. They buy the oils, apply them anyway, mix them all at once, don't respect the order, and then say it doesn't work. Or worse, They use low-quality, adulterated oils that don't have the necessary active compounds. There's no point in getting a synthetic lavender oil that was made in a laboratory to perfume environments. It has to be pure essential oil, therapeutic grade. Another common mistake, applying with circular or downward movements. This worsens blood stagnation. The movement always has to be upward, from bottom to top, following the direction of venous return. And there are people who apply in the morning, before leaving home. It doesn't work. It has to be at night, when the body enters regeneration mode, and the compounds in the oils have time to penetrate deeply without interruption. You also can't skip days. If you apply today, skip tomorrow, apply the day after, you break the cumulative effect. It's like trying to build muscle going to the gym once a week. It won't happen. In the first 7 days, you'll notice the reduction in swelling. Your legs will be visibly less swollen at the end of the day. Between the second and third week, the sensation of heaviness and tiredness in the legs decreases significantly. You'll be able to stand for longer without discomfort. In the fourth week, smaller varicose veins begin to lighten. Those small purple and red vessels will become less evident. After 45 days of correct application, small and medium caliber varicose veins show visible reduction. The bulging veins begin to return to the normal skin level. The coloration improves. And most importantly, you interrupt the process of forming new varicose veins. Of course, very large and old varicose veins will take longer or may need complementary treatment. But even in these cases, the method improves the general circulation of the legs and reduces discomfort. Quality of life improves drastically. You can wear shorts, skirts, clothes that show your legs without shame again. You can walk, practice physical activity without that constant sensation of pressure and heaviness. If you're watching this from New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, or any other city in the United States, comment below where you're from. I want to know how many people are really committed to testing this method for the next 45 days. Comment your city and tell me, how long have you been living with varicose veins? Have you tried other treatments that didn't work? Share your experience here because other people are going through the same situation. And if you know someone who suffers from varicose veins, tag that person in the comments. It could be your mom, your sister, a friend. This video could change her life. Now, if you want more information about where to find these therapeutic quality oils and how to identify if an oil is pure or adulterated, give this video a thumbs up and comment below. I want the complete protocol. If this video reaches 500 comments, I'll make a second video showing real cases of people who applied this method and the results in comparative photos. Varicose veins won't disappear on their own. The longer you delay treatment, the worse it gets. But now you have an alternative that doesn't require surgery, doesn't cost thousands of dollars, and you do it in the comfort of your home. The 4 oils, cypress, rosemary, lavender, and peppermint, in the exact sequence I showed you. Application every night for 45 consecutive days. Upward movements, always toward the heart. Pure therapeutic grade oils. Don't skip days. Don't mix everything at once. Follow the protocol. If you do this correctly, your legs will start to change. Circulation will improve. Varicose veins will reduce. And you'll regain the freedom of having healthy legs again. Apply it, test for 45 days, and then come back here to share the result. See you in the next video.